What's going on, everyone? This is Real Deal Sports. Your usual guys here. We got my brother Big Walt up there, and we got brother John. Brother John, how are you fellas doing today?
I'm good. I'm real good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Another day. Get to see you ugly mugs. No, I'm just playing. That's another
Yeah.
day.
Two
Another
more.
day.
Okay, starting early. All right.
I always got to start something up early. Always.
So
Always.
Hey, as a barber, is it like? Do you feel pressure to like have your hair on point, or like do you have some days where you just walk in like you don't care?
you know
And
what? It's like a mechanic. You can't fix your own because you're so busy fixing everybody else's. So some days I got to cut. Some days I don't.
I mean, do people? Does you know what I'm saying? If you walk in and see some barber got ratty hair, do you care? Right? Like if he cuts your hair, like, I don't know.
Not
Some people
necessarily.
do.
No, not because I mean, shit. Some people might want to grow it out. You
Yeah.
know, some
You just
people
put a hat on,
don't.
right?
Right, right,
That's
and
what I
that's the
do.
good thing about our job.
Do
You
you
go
cut
out
yourself
all
or do
day.
you go somewhere else?
I go somewhere else. I got a
Okay.
buddy of mine that helped me out. I've tried cutting it, but cutting it yourself it takes a long time. You know, because you can't see the back of your head, all
Right.
that.
All the angles. You got to get like
Yeah,
3 mirrors or something. You know what I'm saying?
100%. But fellas, let's get into it. Mr. TB12 is back in Tampa Bay. He unretires to play his 23rd season in the NFL. What do you all think? Walt, we're going to start with you.
Are you? Is anybody else surprised? No.
Not really.
A little bit. I'm a little surprised. I didn't. I
Not
didn't.
I'm
really.
not surprised. I mean, I'm be honest. I'm not surprised. I mean, like just the fact of because of how Brady, how he ended his, I want to say his season last year. Because I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, he still was what second in the MVP race.
True.
Um, he had what over 5,000 yards, over 43 completions. I mean, I'm sorry, his completion, his QBR was extremely well as well, and I think he's through for like I want to say like 40, maybe 30 touchdowns if I'm not mistaken, if not more. But I mean, he had a hell of a season. Like I said, he finished second in the MVP race for a reason. So I feel like that was just in the back of his head, like I don't think I'm really done yet. Like I feel like I still got it. Like I feel like that was what in the back of his head. But the only person I feel like that's pissed off right now is probably his wife, though. Be honest with you, because she's been preaching a lot these last couple of years. Like, hey, I want him to retire. Da 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 da. So I mean, I don't know how that is going to go at home, like between him and his wife, because he did say also 2 months ago, like he wanted to take this time to spend with his family, his kids, and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
2 months later, you coming back out saying that you want to retire. So, like I said, I hope everything in the household is good. But us as a football fan, I'm definitely happy to see him back. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be 45, I think, next year. That's definitely
Yeah.
pretty old to be playing football. But if anybody can do it, it's definitely Brady. So
No. Go ahead, John. What you got?
Man, I have a lot of opinions about this stuff, but for me, the most interesting thing of this all was the timeline of events, and I think that's more interesting than my opinions. Listen to this: Leonard Fournette bids farewell to Tampa on Insta. In other words, he said, "All right, I think my time with the Bucks is done. I'm out." The Glazer family, they hosted Brady and his kids in the UK to go. They said, "Hey, come to our private suite." By the way, the Glazer family owns the Bucks. They said, "Come to our private suite. We're going to come watch Cristiano Ronaldo over here in the UK." Of course, the other goat. So they go over there and watch him, and a little talking might have happened in the booth. We don't know, but I don't know how the NFL frowns on that or not. But they said, and then next, Tom Brady's final touchdown ball sells for $518,000 on the internet.
Yeah. I would be pissed if I bought that.
Yeah, yeah. It's then. Yeah, no, for real. Imagine you buy
Like,
that
ain't
ball.
this about a bit?
Imagine you buy. Listen, this is like a couple of years ago when I was in the amazing summer of looting. I walked out of Target after buying $300 worth of groceries.
Wait. I like how you just slid that. I like
Listen,
how you slid that. In the
listen.
basic
I
summer of
walk out of
looting.
I walk out of a Target with $300 worth of groceries, and then everyone else runs in, and I'm like, Oh, you gotta be kidding me! All this stuff could have been free if I just waited 5 minutes. Like, you gotta be kidding. That's how this guy feels right now. If he waited 5 minutes, if he waited 5 hours, his ball would have found out it ain't worth no $518,000.
He would have had to wait 2 months though.
Who?
The guy.
No, he sold it, but I'm talking about the guy who bought it. The guy who bought it.
Oh, okay.
He's now holding a regular football. It ain't no. So that's how I felt when I saw that my grocery. I just bought all them groceries, and then Tom Brady says his place is back on the field. Maybe after watching Cristiano play and sitting in the booth, he goes, I like sitting in the booth, but I'd rather be Cristiano Ronaldo right now. I'd rather be out there playing. And then Leonard Fournette deletes his Instagram post saying that he bids farewell to the Bucs. So apparently he's like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm back. And then, of course, the Packers ended up taking a year off, $50 million off Aaron Rodgers' contract. They said, listen, Brady's back. I don't know, man. You ain't worth that much. $200 million? You were worth it when Brady was gone, but now you were only worth 50 when he 150 when him back. But
I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not about to let you do that because you were the one saying, I think that was the other day, how that the original contract hasn't came out yet, and you said that it should work out for Aaron Rodgers, I think, or whatever. But
I'm messing around. But no, I do agree. Like the NFL, that's the thing, man. They were Schefter or whoever it was, Rappaport, I forget who it was. I'm probably
it was Schefter.
But come out and say stuff, and I'm like, man, these guys just making stuff off the top of their head. Now you didn't get. By the way, I was making stuff off the top of my head the other day, and I was wrong. Nico was right. It did take Kawhi and Paul George to beat Luka in the playoffs.
No.
Paul George didn't get hurt till the next series. However, down 2-1 against number one. Yeah, Kawhi got hurt. Down 2-1. Kawhi gets hurt. Paul George rattles off 3 straight wins, knocks out the number 1 team in the NBA. But I was wrong about that in the game. But yeah, man, this is crazy. Like, it's so funny because you got guys literally thinking about their careers, like Fournette, like Brady, all these guys, and his career affects a lot of other people, man. So like when he makes moves like this, now your Chris Godwin's got to consider like, okay, now am I staying with Tampa? Like, am I going to stay here, resign? What am I do? Do I want to get a 1-year deal? And like a lot of other people's lives are now, careers are starting now change just because of this move. So it's interesting to see the pull that this guy has. It's pretty crazy, even at 45.
True, very true. I'm not surprised. And back, to your point, well, his wife probably gave him the blessing to go back. Because she probably saw. Because you got to think about it. He probably was at home like mopey, depressed. Like, damn, this is what retirement is like this week.
you probably could be right.
And then just imagine, he's a smart man. He probably complained every time he was around her. Like, damn, this shit.
I wonder if he did that purposely though.
I gotta do this every day.
Well, I think what happened is, right, he's making his money after football, right? He's been doing a ton of commercials. And I think the same thing happened to him that happened to LeBron was like, this TV stuff is boring. I don't like sitting around in the trailer all day, waiting on hair and makeup, waiting for them to call, waiting for all that stuff. Like, I think he realized, like, that stuff's boring, man. Like, sure, you can make good money doing it, but it's boring. And LeBron said the same.
Yeah, but I think, like, low-key, like, almost like, when you was a kid and you would just – and you get around grandma, grandma never tell you no. You'd be like, I just want some ice cream. And grandma be like, you want some ice cream? You knew how to play it. So that's how he did Giselle. He was like, sure wish I could play football, but, got to retire.
I kind of feel like the Glazer family did the same to him, like, sure wish you would come back, Brady.
No, you know what? They probably
come hang out with us and watch Cristiano Ronaldo, bring the kids.
Sure wish we could have you for another year. We were, not that far away from another championship.
But, right, and then he went home and did the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. And he was like, this some bull.
I like how y'all trying to say, like, Brady said all this stuff.
He's a smart man. He got himself out of New England. He did enough to win a championship in his first year.
But, okay, look. I get all that, but why put on that whole front talking about you want to spend time with your family just for you to be like, oh, damn, I really wish I
So
could go play football
like
again.
it's like getting in shape. You say all the right things. Yeah, I'm gonna work out every day. I'm going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm gonna do miles and miles and miles. Then when you're doing it, you like, oh, this is different.
Man, not everybody's Andrew Luck, man. Not everyone can
This
just
is a
walk
lot.
away and walk away. Like it really does. Like you start to get bored.
Yep, 100%.
I mean, but Andrew Luck and Brady are two completely different.
They are. They very are. They are very much. But I think if Andrew Luck was still and they showed up that offensive line, I could see him with at least one or two
Yeah,
championships by now.
but most guys are like Chris Bosh, man. Like they're literally told, like, if you get on the court, you will die, and they're like, I'd rather die and not.
Yeah.
I'd rather play and die. And
Well,
I'm saying Andrew Luck is like he's a special case, man. Like it's not easy to walk away and stay away from the game. Like a lot of guys, they miss it.
true.
That's facts.
100%. So, guys, Mr. Adams. First name Davante, last name Adams. Did not sign the franchise tag. And I told y'all last time, just because they offer it to you does not mean you have to sign it. And we
But
see this with this situation. He's not signing it, and the Packers are currently out of a number one. Now, I think Aaron Rodgers will do some convincing, of course, because I mean, why would you walk away from what 120 passes a season, average about eight to 11 touchdowns, 1,500 yards? I mean, come on now, who just walks away from that? So I mean, I don't know. The
Losing in the
Packers,
first round?
huh?
What, to keep losing in the first round?
I mean, that ain't his problem.
I'm just
2
saying,
years
like,
ago,
if I want to
Huh?
go, if I'm Davante Adams, I get that I'm getting all my numbers and all that. But like I said, if I'm playing a game of football, and any other football player that I know, I'm playing this game to win the ring, bro. And so I can keep getting my numbers and numbers so much. That's cool. But I mean, at the end of the day, I want a ring, man. So I mean, if I'm Davante Adams,
Okay.
I mean,
All
my
right.
fault,
So
I want
let me ask you this then: where can he go right now to where they could win right now?
that could afford him.
that can
Right.
afford him.
That needs him.
Man, he can definitely go to either the Ravens, the Niners.
I don't think the
But
Ravens are in a win now like
I don't
position.
think they're not winning. I think they are in a win now mode.
No,
But
they're
I
in
don't.
that mode, but they
But I
still
don't
got
think
some
they're
holes
as ready to
still.
win. I don't think they're as good as the Packers.
So you say, I mean, I'm just saying, okay, the Packers could be, they can be possibly ready right now, but it's just that they've been ready for the last 5 years and they haven't did anything in the playoffs though. That's what I'm saying though.
I
Like,
agree. And if, by the way, and if you give the Ravens Davante Adams, then they possibly do become better than the Packers at that point. Possibly.
True.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's just me thinking as the
No,
Packers.
no,
I
I
just
agree with you.
I don't mind. Okay, all
There's
that money.
only really one team that can use his services right now, but they can't afford him, and that's Kansas City. They're in a win now situation. They have, you'll be going into a great position where you got Tariq Hill and Travis Kelsey. But you did just give Pat Mahomes half a billion, what, 2 years ago? So really, that's the only team that he could go to that's in a win now mode. Maybe Dallas, but I don't think they're in a win now mode because Dak still, he's good. When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. So I mean, it's really, this might be your best situation. And then with Baltimore, you don't know about Lamar Jackson's health. I mean, he just set out the last 7 games last season, due to the lower extremity injuries. So is he gonna be
I mean, but I feel
ready
like some of
to
those sit
play?
out games was because of the fact that they were number one in the conference for a minute, and then the fact that they were just trying to save him up for health, which that kind of backfired in the end, in my opinion. But
The Colts have the most money to spend right now. They also have a MVP candidate on their team in Taylor, but they need to find a quarterback if they're
I
going to
was gonna
bring
say they don't have a
if
quarterback.
they're going to lure right, and that's where they should go take a shot at Deshaun Watson. but they're going to need a quarterback to be able to lure Davante Adams. You can't lure him with a running back.
I don't
So
think the Texans would trade him in keep him in the division. They're going to ship him out.
I
Like the
agree.
Raiders did with Khalil.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, they're going to have to get a quarterback if they're going to lure him there. I do think the best fit is for him to find a way to make it work in Green Bay. However, that also includes Green Bay making a way for him to work with them, or for them to work with him.
I
They
think
offered him 23 million. They didn't just offer him the franchise tag. They did offer him 23 million to start out, and he said no. He said he wants that DeAndre Hopkins 27 million money. So he thinks that's what he's worth.
he
And if he
wants
is,
to set the market. He wants to set the market.
I mean,
He
yeah, I
got
don't know why. I don't know why he's making less than guys. And I know it's a different position, but I don't know why he's making less than Christian McCaffrey. Like, this is a guy who's healthy every year, works hard, is one of the best at his position every year, and he doesn't deserve Christian McCaffrey money. Like, I don't believe that. So I say go give him 28 if you're the Packers. But that being said, that's something they've got to work out. I do think it's the best fit for him. I think him and Rodgers loves throwing to him. Not every quarterback gets along with their receivers, so it's not guaranteed to work in another system. But
that's my point.
I don't think he's a system guy. I'm just saying, like, if he goes to another system, like the other quarterback. I mean, we saw the Bears ostracize their best receiver this year and refuse to throw him the ball. I don't know why teams do that. That's wrong. You mess up a guy's career doing that, but the Bears chose to do it this year. But
And
I don't believe that he won't also play on the franchise tag. I don't think Davante Adams is going to sit out a whole year, because I know you keep saying, like, he doesn't have to sign it. True, but what's he going to do? Sit like Le'Veon Bell and sit out a whole season? I don't believe that. I don't think he's going to do that.
But I believe too, the positive about it, he has Aaron Rodgers on his side. And Aaron Rodgers is in that. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Aaron Rodgers pretty much like, look, you got to figure it out, because I'm not playing week 1 without him. Yes, I can make guys look good, but I need my number one. Like, that's the least you can do. That's the least. You ain't brought nobody here since we won that Super Bowl. The least you can do is have my number one out there. And I mean, think about it, Dave. You could have traded for Amari Cooper. You can trade for Juju. You could have got Antonio Brown the last 2-3 times he's been a free agent. You're not making an effort. And then you wonder why. Oh man, Aaron, what you doing? Why you can't produce? Because he ain't got nobody else to throw to. Tunyon's hurt. Scanling, he's hurt a lot. Lazard, he's overly physical, so he gets hurt. Why not spend the money to get another weapon?
Should have did that in the draft last year instead of getting Jordan Love.
They could have did that and drafted and got somebody in free agency.
No. T. Higgins was still on the board. Michael Pittman Jr. was still on the board. There were a bunch of receivers they could have gone and got, and they chose.
But I'm saying you can never have enough receivers. Just ask
clearly,
the Rams.
Clearly, they think they can't have enough quarterbacks. So
ask the Rams. You can't have enough receivers.
This thing, right? Is I agree. As like Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams should take a hit to help the team get another player, but you're not guaranteed the Packers go out and do that, because we've seen them make stupid mistakes over and over and over.
That's what I'm saying.
For me, I want Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams to go get their money, because the Packers aren't guaranteed to get. The Packers clearly have shown, like, the last 11 drafts in the first round, 10 defensive players and Jordan Love. Like, that's stupid. At what point are you going to draft a first round receiver? Go get T. Higgins. Go get Michael Pittman Jr. No, they flop again. So I
think the reason too, they don't have faith in Jordan Love. That's why they keep signing him the contract. They're going to keep extending Aaron Rodgers, because I think the GM and the owners, they might not say it publicly, but they know they messed up with that. They thought they could get a diamond in the rough, and they like, all right, we're gonna just have to do with what we got.
I mean, my only thing with that is just that how can you tell if somebody's going to be a diamond in the rough if you don't really give them a chance? I mean, there's only so many opportunities that you can get
It
playing,
got to
especially
be
behind
something.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he only got one start the whole time of being there. You know what I'm saying? These last 2 years he's been there.
They
There's
can
a
see it in practice, like, bruh.
that's a famous clip
I mean,
from Aaron
you
Rodgers.
can't really tell somebody off of practice. That's practice, bro. Like, I mean,
But well, you can tell if somebody got it or not.
not
No,
off of
that's
just
a
practice.
that's a famous clip from Aaron Rodgers' first game. Is when Brett Favre went down and Aaron Rodgers came in. The announcer even said, "There's not going to be a lot of winning in Green Bay unless, as long as Aaron Rodgers under center." Like that's an infamous clip. Like that guy came back to eat them words a million times. Now he's only got one Super Bowl, but still, like they've done a lot of winning there. And
He does. He's like Peyton Manning. He looks great. You know, when Peyton Manning before he got to that first Super Bowl.
But even
looked
if you
great.
do find the perfect diamond, who not a diamond in the rough, like if you go get Andrew Luck or something like that, or Peyton Manning or John Elway, you're still not guaranteed Super Bowls. Like a lot of them guys didn't win till the last year of their career.
Well,
Like
I think too,
on the most stat teams you've ever seen. So
I think the Colts and the 49ers got lucky. You know, the 49ers got lucky with Joe Montana and Steve Young. You know, you could transition and you kept winning. And then Indianapolis got lucky letting go of Peyton. But, you still had Andrew Luck
I mean
progressing.
that's debatable. That's
He was
debatable. They got lucky.
progressing. He just couldn't stay healthy because the line was
Right. And Peyton went on to go with 3 more Super Bowls. So
He only
who
went
really
to
got lucky?
he only went to 2.
Two more. Sorry.
And he lost one. Relax.
Sorry. See, there's that thing, right? You'd rather Andrew Luck not go to any than go 1-1. It's like 0-0 is better than 1-1 somehow to you. I don't know how that works.
I never said that.
Bulls fans. How you gonna slam a dude for going to the Super
Bowl?
Bowl?
Do you want to have this conversation again?
No, but I don't understand why you keep slamming people for going to the championship game. That's not a bad thing. All right.
I didn't slam him. He didn't win. Seattle blew doors off Denver.
And that's still better than not going at all. That's all I'm saying.
How?
We disagree on this clearly. We just got to move on.
Next topic.
You'd rather get bounced in the first round like Aaron Rodgers every year.
I do. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I do. I take that over losing in the Super Bowl. It hurts less.
I'll admit 43-8 is pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. You got your ass kicked. Simple as that. But
hey, we kind of already talked about this, but I know where I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Cleveland, man. I really do believe. I said this earlier this year. I really do believe that Cleveland is trying now. I do think that they are trying to build something. I believe they thought they had a shot with Baker last year. This year he had a Westbrook fall off. I mean, it just didn't happen. Injuries, whatever it might be, like, the game isn't there for him. Who knows? Maybe he's better, and I hope he does get better when he comes back. But Deshaun Watson, man, this guy, if he were on the Chiefs, I think he's gone to the 3 Super Bowls already. He's that good. Like, I think he's just as good as he's maybe a hair below Patrick Mahomes at this point. Like, you have to go get this guy if you can. And I do think Cleveland goes out and gets it done.
What you think, Walter?
Well, out of all the teams that are interested in him, I think they had the Saints, the Panthers, Falcons, and Browns. Saints, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they have the defense, but I mean, they really don't have too many offensive weapons for Deshaun to throw to. I mean, they do have Alvin Kamara. I'm not sure what his whole situation is with, whatever that happened in with the Pro Bowl, but I'm not sure if he gonna get suspended or not. But whatever.
You lose Sean Payton.
Huh?
They lost Sean Payton too.
And they lost Sean Payton as well.
It's a new team. It's a whole new team.
That's a whole brand new team, a whole new schemes that he's gonna have to try to learn or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the Panthers, all they have is Christian McCaffrey, The defense, I think they only have Stephon Gilmore. They really don't have a defense, and I feel like him going to the Panthers, that's just pretty much going into like maybe another Texans situation. To be honest with you, Falcons. We all know how the Falcons are. They just straight butt. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have Calvin Ridley.
Say it again.
Straight butt. You heard what I said. They straight butt. I'm sorry, Atlanta, but I got people down there. I love y'all, but y'all team is butt. I apologize.
We just like Sherman's March, man. We just taking out San Antonio all the way to Atlanta, man. This all week we running through these.
We ain't gonna be able to go no damn.
I'm being a realist, man. Let's be real. Come on, man. Matt Ryan has been struggling for the last couple of years. Like I said, me and John was talking about this off air. He ain't been right since, you know what I'm saying, the 28-3, Brady comeback. And, you lost Julio. You ain't got Calvin Ridley next year. So, I mean, I just don't see him going to the Falcons either. So going to the Browns, I feel like is the perfect setup for him. I mean, we got the running game. We got the tight ends. We working on the wide receivers right now. We got Coop. You know what I'm saying? Not sure what they're doing with Donovan Peoples-Jones or I was about to say Higgins. But we got the offense that he can need. We got the offensive line as well that can protect him. We got the defense that can get him the ball. We got Miles, Denzel. We got the total package for Watson to come to Cleveland, man. It's the perfect setup for you to come here, win now, you know what I'm saying, and bring us our first Super Bowl in Cleveland history. Why not? Come bring us that Super Bowl, baby. Deshaun Watson, come on, baby. Come home, baby.
It's gonna get tough though, because remember
that
you gotta go
through, win now. Like what the hell?
You gotta go through the
now. You can't tell me that Cleveland is not win now, bro.
You gotta go through.
We get Watson, we're definitely Super Bowl.
John, no. John, go ahead. Read off the teams. Who they got to go through?
No, I'm saying he's got to go through his own division, which is a former MVP at the Ravens, Mitch Trubisky. No, I'm kidding. Reigning Super Bowl attendee, Joe Burrow. And then, of course, you got the rest of the AFC. So I agree, like they are in win now mode. But I actually think that division could become the NFC West of the AFC. I think they could become the best division in the AFC.
I mean, in that division,
the Rams, the 49ers, Seahawks.
Lamar Jackson, like you just said, Lamar Jackson, his health is his only issue. So that's what I'm saying. Burrows is the only threat in this division. So that's what I'm confused here.
The hell?
Yeah, but I don't think the Steelers fall off the map.
What about the Chargers?
We're talking about the AFC North. You have the Cincinnati. I'm talking about the Cincinnati. I'm talking about in my division, the Browns division.
You got to get out of that whole AFC.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm talking about in my division. In my division, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying
even in the AFC, we still playoff ready now if we get Watson. What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, the Steelers right now are still the Seahawks. Last year were 6-11 or something like that. But you still didn't want to go play the Seahawks. Like they were that kind of team where you still don't want to go. Like it's not something you look forward to on the schedule. And like the Steelers are still that team. You don't look.
You know what I mean? Browns are not looking forward to play the Seahawks right now.
Without Russell Wilson, sure. I'm talking about last year. I'm saying that's the Steelers now, right? They're not going to be a playoff contender.
He's saying no one wants that Pittsburgh smoke. That's what he's saying.
Nobody's not worried about Pittsburgh and Mitchell Trubisky. We already seen what he did.
What I'm saying, this is like playing the Pistons, man. You know you're gonna beat them, but they're gonna take some heat off you because they're gonna wear you out.
At the end of the day, a dub. That's all that matters. I want that dub.
Not with TJ
Right,
Watt.
but if you go through, remember the Memphis Grizzlies and they played that tough basketball, right? You could beat them. But good luck winning your next series because they took a lot off you. They took a lot of miles off you because of the wear and tear. That's what Steelers do.
The Steelers you only got to play them twice a year.
To be honest with you,
right? But you play them twice, the Ravens twice, and the Bengals twice. Like you gotta pick your wins and losses.
We're proving ourselves with just Baker, though. I'm saying we getting Watson. We can.
I'm agreeing with you. I do agree with you. I agree with you. I think they have a shot with Deshaun Watson to make a run at it all. I'm just saying it's not going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy at all.
I'm never saying that the game of football is going to be easy to get to the get to the
but
Super
I
Bowl.
think
But
it
it's
might
going to
be
be a
like
lot.
the Bengals this year. I think you might be coming in there 10-7, 11-6, and still have to try to go all the way. I don't think you should try to be like I don't think you should think we're going to be like 14-3 and then just roll in. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are.
I'm not saying we're not about to go ahead and win the Super Bowl if we get Watson. I'm just saying we're Super Bowl contender. We can get to that point.
I agree with
that. Because we look good on paper.
I agree. I'm just telling Cleveland fans, don't think you're going to be 14-3. You might have to come in here 11-7. That's a tough division. Pick your wins and your losses. Listen, if you're down 28-3, man, just let that game go. Like you ain't got to fight back for that one. You'll get the next one. You got the talent to do it. Don't kill yourself and come in 11-7 and then put it all on the line in the playoffs. And I think the Browns could. I think they're that team who could do it and make a run at the Super Bowl with Deshaun.
I think what's gonna hurt the Browns though is y'all losing Clowney. Although he wasn't like a freak of nature, but he did have those games where he was.
Man, losing Clowney is not going to hurt us that much. He was a penalty. Hella penalties last year for Clowney.
Hey, you tell that boy he getting Deshaun, he forget about everything else.
Oh my goodness, man! Here we go.
Yeah, he forgot a lot last year too, and that's why he kept making penalties. He kept forgetting what side of the ball he was on.
That's what I'm saying.
Nico, where is
Clowney too much?
Deshaun Watson going to land in 2022?
It's tough. I think Cleveland. I think Cleveland is the spot because they say they're willing to risk it all for him. And I think when you have a quarterback that you can be behind for the next 10, 12 years, you got to do whatever it takes. Cleveland ain't never had that guy. And Baker, he going to feel some type of way. But, hey, bro, you didn't do what needed to be done. You didn't get the job done. So we going to find somebody else that know how. You got to do what you got to do. But I think I think what the Browns need to do, though, man, they, do whatever it takes. Shit, if you got to give them your first and your second for the next 3 years, if that's all it takes, like, do it. Because you ain't going to get nobody that can equal to the level of talent Deshaun Watson can give you when he has a line. He has everything he ain't have in Houston. Outside of DeAndre Hopkins. But you got everything else. I don't see why, you wouldn't make that trade. You have somebody there that teams can root for that's going, especially coming out the situation he just came out of. He's looking to prove he's probably the most dangerous quarterback right now.
And I gotta remember, he was
wrong. Huh?
He was a top 3 quarterback before all this happened, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was trying to get out of Houston, so he has that to prove. A lot of people thought he would never be able to play again due to all this stuff. So, he's like a lion in the corner. When he strikes.
This is a guy who was up big on Pat Mahomes in the playoffs, and Pat came back. His team kind of collapsed down the stretch, but he was that close to being, he was going to be the first to go Super Bowl of those two.
I was just about to say, I'm glad you brought something up. That year that we won that playoff game, we lost that playoff game to the Chiefs. If you put Deshaun Watson in that position, I guarantee we would have won that playoff game. Man.
Would have blown out the Chiefs that game.
Definitely would have blown out the Chiefs that game. Just saying.
Hey, y'all. You shake and bake now, but you trying to kick him out to the curb, boy. Y'all Browns fans, so man.
Hey, look, we about realists. He's been here for this will be his 5th year.
Yeah, Baker gonna show up to the field.
His best year was his rookie season. Let's be real.
Baker gonna show up to the field and find out. You're gonna find out they changed the code on him. He ain't got the code to get in the building no more. It ain't gonna be 6 no more.
It ain't 6 no more.
6 BM. Like, wait, it ain't working. We know.
But you know what I mean? So you know what? You're right, Nico. I really shouldn't just do Baker like that because honestly, he has gave us our first playoff win, which he has. Yeah,
that was our first playoff win
in a long time.
Against Pittsburgh in like Years. I can't. I don't. It's been a long time. I'm gonna put it like that.
Right.
But I do appreciate Baker for that, for giving us that. But I mean, honestly,
yeah, y'all were 1-31 in the 2 years leading up to him coming in. So
he's not lying. So I can't. He's not lying. That's what I'm saying. I give him his praise for giving us that win, but it's just like, bro, other than the fact that you giving us your rookie year and then giving us that playoffs win, I mean, what have you done? I mean, bro, we need more. We're tired of losing, man. Like, we're tired of losing, man. We want to win now, bro, and you're not doing that.
And those are big accomplishments, but when you look at the numbers, it's same as Garoppolo. Like, you can't point directly to Baker or Garoppolo and say they are the reason we won those things. You can point to Chubb and be like, oh, yeah, that's why we won that game. Oh, that's why we won that game. You can't point at Baker's numbers. Not this year. Last year,
you gotta say Chubb and Kareem Hunt, because they both was gashing people.
No, I agree. And what, Dearness Johnson or whatever, I mean, he was – even the games he was playing was tearing them up. But I'm saying the line, the running backs, the receivers, you could point to specific games and say that guy won that game, that guy won that game. Man, it was hard to find a game that you could obviously say, like, no, Baker won this game this year, and it was just bad this year. And
he had a lot of games last year where you could be like, damn, we could have won that game if he didn't throw that interception. Got a lot of those.
So
yeah,
when that, so
it is what it is.
Wins don't mean nothing when it doesn't really look
like
it
is what it is. That's why we're trying to get Watson.
Well, best of luck to you, because if you don't, boy.
Even if we don't, we still gonna be better than the Bears.
Hey, that is gonna be like when Braun made the choice.
Hey, since everyone knows the code, it's gonna be showing up.
It's still gonna be a happy day for me, because even if we don't get Watson, we still gonna be better than Chicago. I'm just saying.
That ain't saying much. The hell?
What do you mean? It's saying a lot. When I
can you be better than Cincinnati? Can you be better than Cincinnati?
What does Cincinnati got to do? Ain't nobody in this.
They're in your division. That's what it got to do with it.
I'm just saying, ain't nobody in this video like Cincinnati.
John, an Oklahoma fan, he a Joe Mixon.
What the hell did I got to do with Cincinnati?
I like Cincinnati.
Right? Yeah.
No, Joe Burrow. Well, until
I like everybody. He like OKC. He like the Rams.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Bandwagon.
He got hella teams. Let's be honest.
No, it goes St. Louis and it goes OKC and St. Louis. That's it.
Right. Let them know, John. You ain't no bandwagon.
But I support a lot of players in the NBA. I support a lot of players. You see me wearing all the jerseys. I be wearing random players.
You know what I think should happen though? I think, honestly, speaking of former Browns, I think the Ravens should go after your boy Jarvis, though. I think him with Sammy Watkins and Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews, that's a solid receiving core right there.
Yeah, I think Jarvis, he gonna probably try to go to a contender team. Well, yeah. I don't
Wait,
know.
you just said earlier.
I don't think he's gonna stay in the division though. I just don't think he's gonna stay in our division. I mean, like,
well,
I feel like he's gonna go like if he stays in AFC, he might maybe go like a Chiefs, maybe, or.
Hey, that might be a good spot for him.
You know what I'm saying? I think that will probably be the best spot.
They'll probably have a number 1B. 1B. Yeah, I give him 1B.
Put him in the slot.
Tariq is 1A. No, well, actually, you can move Tariq to the slot.
You could, but I mean,
and just have him one-on-one against linebackers all day, or the Von Millers of the world is.
Hey, I looked it up though. Bears don't play the Browns this year, so we won't get to definitively say which one is actually better.
That's tough. Tough.
It is what it is.
We played them last year. Did we play them last year?
Well, take us out.
Well, it's your boy Big Walk, my boy Nico Suave, John St. Pierre. We appreciate y'all joining us tonight here on Real Deal Sports. Hope to see y'all next time. Make sure y'all subscribe, comment, like, tell everybody in the world. As John would say, we appreciate it. Is it the 25, 26 subscribers?
25. Y'all are real.
Y'all, we appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming back. Keep showing us love. We appreciate the support. And we out, baby.
Hey, and listen, and we're gonna put the email in the description. Send in your brackets from the men's March Madness brackets. Whoever has the winning bracket $50. We'll send you $50. Remember, you have to have the winning bracket, and then of course we'll reach out to you afterward, and we'll let you know who won. So
Wait, we
send
gotta
them
give them
in.
a date. You gotta send it in by when though? Because what if somebody fills it out?
Yeah, no, that's what we're doing right now. We're
Not the tournament start with this week.
not a lot of rules, but yeah, it starts Thursday. So you got to turn them in today, Wednesday. So this is coming out when this video's coming out Wednesday. So yeah, you got to send them in today.
Hey, I'm about to say, John, you ain't showing the ladies bracket no love.
I do with the ladies brackets. I don't know how many people do them. So
I do the ladies bracket. I feel like
we'll compare brackets.
See what's to it. Yeah.
You got to show the women some love too, man.
Right. And yeah, hey, if send in a women's bracket. If there's enough people, we'll make a thing with that too.
We'll give you $1. No, I'm just.
We'll prorate it. We'll see how many people join it.
Right. Yeah, we'll base that off every $10 every women's entry. So
yeah, but send in. I'll put the emails in the link below. So definitely, yeah. Thank you to our 25 subscribers.
Yes.
Y'all stay healthy. Come back and watch the next show as well.
We appreciate y'all. Later.